I understood what it was about me that I didn't like, that I could see in her,
Mm-hmm.
which was it was humbling, and it was, about, dynamics with family and things like that. But it is, it does come down to that. And even if it takes years to realize, if somebody, you know we're not going to extrapolate with, serial killers and murderers and rapists and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, like, let's get real. These normal people that haven't done anything fundamentally bad we're talking about here. Like, we don't need to,
Yeah.
for the haters that want to cancel us, just people who, bug
Let
you and things
them.
like that. Because even, with cheating and things like that, it's in that gray area of just,
Mm-hmm.
if how heavily you're feeling about the cheating. you know do you think you are partly to blame for this situation? Have you given up on the relationship, things like that? So, it's things you want to talk about. Clay and AD, how did we get to this from Clay and AD? I don't know.
Oh, because he has a lot of work to do on
Oh yeah, a
himself,
lot of
and
work, and he's
he's
aware. And so, oh yeah,
yeah,
and giving space,
but he
like,
is aware.
AD's mum, and AD's mum also said, his parents is his stuff, is their stuff, and your parents' stuff is, the parents. Like, don't
Yeah.
make the parents' story your story. Like, you're just aware of what can happen, but
Mm-hmm.
don't make it a big thing. And I think that was very good. And I think we've got quality parents on this show this season.
Yeah, we do. I love, well, I love the AD's mother, and I love AD, so like they're my favorite at the moment. But
Yeah, AD's great. I mean,
she
I
is.
think segue to Jeremy's mum, and who was like, "You're lucky it wasn't me you were coming home to," and
Mm-hmm.
AD talking to Sarah Ann. I think AD is I trust her judgment. I think she's got a good morals and a good way of, presenting herself and speaking and things like that. And the way she spoke to Sarah Ann, I think, was very good.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, I love AD as well. I don't think I don't think that Clay is a good fit for her, sadly. I think,
Oh, I know. I'm just really disappointed
yeah,
because she is my favorite. I wanted it to work for her, and I'm just like,
yeah,
a part of me is still holding out hope, but she deserves like so much better.
yeah. But so Jeremy and Laura and Sarah Ann, in that episode, Sarah said something along the lines of, "It's my story as well, and, my feelings
Yeah.
deserve to get heard," and things like that. And I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with that. That, you were a part of, just in your own right, you had your own story. But there's a way of doing things,
Mm-hmm.
of she writing a letter, writing a message, open-ended message to a man who's engaged.
Yeah.
I think is just so tacky. There are other ways of
And
putting it, and the
tactless.
way, I have yeah, exactly. And I think if AD says, I've seen the message and girl, it wasn't good, I trust AD's judgment. The way I
Yeah.
would do it,
They read
if
it out. What was she? Someone read it out at some point.
yeah, but was it read out, or was it, paraphrased?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't remember, but I think someone read it out, but I can't remember anymore.
Yeah. But I think, there are ways of doing it. The way I would have done it, if I would have probably written a letter to Jeremy saying, "This is how I felt, this is how I'm feeling. I understand that you're
Yeah.
engaged now, and in an ideal world, I'd like, for us to be friends. I understand if that's not possible." Um, just writing a letter and not
Oh, but
leaving
you
it
didn't want to
open
just
ended.
be friends.
No, she did not, and that's the problem. And then I would have written
Yeah.
to Laura saying, "Listen, Laura, obviously he chose you, and I accept that. Just know that I've sent him a letter. I'll let him decide if he wants you to read it. It's just I needed,
Yeah.
to have my feelings heard and seen, which is, yes, you deserve
Yeah.
to be heard and seen. It's just, it's so tacky." And then you get in the whole situation of, do you really want to be with a guy who, you know, picks somebody else over you, and then entertains a relationship with somebody else whilst he's engaged, and then just behaves the way he does? I think
Yeah.
people can make mistakes and, second chances, but this was so poor. The way he behaved was just so,
Yeah, he's very immature.
yeah.
I think Laura also kind of I think she was also like, yes, on the one hand, I agreed with a lot of what she said, and I definitely agree that he was absolutely horrible to her and he made a lot of mistakes, but she also just pushed him away with the way she was behaving towards him.
Mm.
I think she
Yeah,
just
picking
let it
up on,
out in the wrong way.
yeah.
But then I'm looking at it and I'm saying it's so easy for us to sit here from the outside looking in and judge them when they're in this experiment that's so emotionally loaded and they're going through such it's like, imagine, I'm like, I can't even imagine what they must be going through. And I think for Sarah, she was part of the experiment. She also was saying something about it that, I was part of this too. And then suddenly it gets cut off. They get to go off for their honeymoon and whatever.
Mm.
And she's stuck behind, just getting cut off like that, and no closure, no nothing. And she's just left, like Jessica, like all the others who just get, so like that's it. That's the end of the way. And I understand that that's what they signed up for, and they should, you know, it's part of it. But like also it's hard, like who in the real world copes well with rejection when it gets cut off
Yeah.
like that, when you think you're about to end up with this, like it's hard. It really is hard, but I think they could have handled it better. It's just like the whole he should have picked Sarah. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, just like, we were talking about Chelsea should have picked Trevor. And, he asked her the right question of just like, would you have picked me if I'd asked you first? Of
Oh,
course
for
she would
sure.
have. Of course she would have.
Yeah, I
And
saw the
she
way
was
she'd
never,
be.
she would have
Yeah.
never, she would never admit to it. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I think she got very clingy once she saw Trevor. Suddenly she was starting to like kiss, what's his name? I wanted to say Jeremy,
Jimmy.
but it's not Jeremy. Jimmy. Oh my God. She was like starting to be all clingy and cute and kitschy and whatever. I think she was eating her heart out.
Yeah. And just as we were talking about how like Jimmy and Jeremy don't really, probably don't have two good looking women going after them.
Yeah,
I
they're not
think
used to it.
Chelsea definitely never has two men after her.
Oh
I
yeah.
think she enjoys the fact that Trevor is pining
Yes,
over
showing
her.
the attention.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't enjoy the attention of just,
Of
these people you're
course. We
attracted to
love
being
it.
attracted to?
Yeah.
Um, but it's this show, and they
Yeah.
know what they're doing by bringing people in at different time, and
Mm-hmm.
just and
Mm-hmm.
the kind of reveals. I mean, next, so this, let me check. So this Wednesday is going to be the weddings episode or
And
episodes.
I have no idea. Probably well, there's not a lot. There are not a lot of couples left, so
There are only three.
yeah. But
There are only three. Love is Blind.
I saw that there were
Nick.
2 episodes left. I don't know if it's including the reunion or not, though.
So
But
we've got one episode on this Wednesday. So that's going to be the weddings episode. 3
only
weddings. Who's
one?
going to say yes? Only one. And then we've got the reunion next week.
Oh,
So
they're so
in 10 days.
annoying.
They are.
Ugh. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it's funny because I think their promos are more interesting and dramatic than the actual episodes. It's like they're
I
teasing these dramatic events and then it ends up being nothing.
I agree, and I think that's we've probably said this before, more like around Love Island, of the first couple of seasons, and there was a whole time where reality TV was new, but now
Yeah.
reality TV, it's been around, I think, for 20 years. I mean, it's so ingrained in our culture that people know how you know how things pan out and how people are treated and reactions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So people tend to handle themselves better. And unless you're the Kardashians, who are, on another level of reality TV, people
Yeah.
kind of know and handle themselves really well. We saw it on this season of Love Island, of just, they knew exactly what to do and how to do it. And last couple of seasons of Love is Blind, of, people handling themselves in certain ways and trying to be drama free, because they know on the one hand that drama is going to bring people to their social media presence, but it is going to bring negativity as well. And so they know how to, handle themselves, which leads for drama light, let's say, reality TV. But good on them.
We still keep coming back for more. It's not as if we're going to say, oh, you're teasing us every single season, we're not going to watch the next one. We're going to watch the next one.
Yeah, because there's still drama around it, but we'll just have to see what happens next episode. Because also I think that yes, there's the drama, and I think we love to see the drama. I'm just getting flashbacks to like Game of Thrones episodes and things like that, but anyway, but we also enjoy seeing couples where it happens, where they handle themselves well, and and healthy conversations. I sent you a picture of, I think her name is Camille, and the other guy who've been together, married since season 1. Like, they're thriving.
Oh, we love
and
Barnett. I think his name is Cameron. Oh, I love Amber and Barnett.
They're season 2. I think they're still together and growing strong.
We love, and they season were 1 as well.
So, were they season 1 as well?
Yeah, Amber and Barnett. I just rewatched season 1, so I know.
Oh, okay. So she was so dramatic, but love her. I mean, you love to see it. You love to see it. And so so I think we'll see what happens next week with the episode that we're definitely recording an episode after the weddings episode. I don't know that we'll record an episode after the reunion, because it never delivers.
It never delivers. It's always like, especially as they go along, they know, I feel like, again, they know what to expect, and they know how to act, and they sort of like they've seen the previous seasons, and they've seen the Zenobs and the Coles that
exactly
react overly dramatic and then get burned and shunned, and maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it prevents people from being stupid and inventing lies.
Exactly. So tell us what you think. Who's gonna get married? Who's gonna, 1, get married, and then 2, stick around? Because we're due for a later down, like, what are they now episode as well, aren't we? For last season, like, where are they now a couple of years later? So we're due for one of those. So let us know what you think. We'll definitely give our thoughts on all of this, and follow, subscribe.
I was gonna say, don't forget to follow us. We need you here in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
We need to get to more of you.
Whoop, whoop.
So we can get to more of you.
Anyway. And tell us what you think in the comments
and let us know if you want to see the unseen recorded version
before it gets chaotic at the end. So you can compare if we say similar things, or if we change our mind because we realize what we're talking shit.
Anyway,
bye.